Self-forgiveness isn't a one and done thing. Self-forgiveness is a practice. The practice of forgiving yourself for who you were, and the practice of forgiving yourself in certain moments that happen. I was just having a conversation today because I offer a live around self-forgiveness, and the person was judging himself for letting intrusive thoughts win presently. And it's in those moments that we allow the intrusive thoughts to win, when you're judging yourself, judging others, beating yourself up, responding to life from those intrusive thoughts that happen. You get to practice self-forgiveness. You get to be forgiven to yourself and become aware of you using the intrusive thoughts to respond in a judgmental way to yourself, to others, and to life. So when you catch yourself having intrusive thoughts and you're on that self-forgiveness path of forgiving yourself, practice some self-forgiveness. Those are where the repetitions help. The repetition self-forgiveness. Say to yourself, I forgive myself for letting intrusive thoughts to win. I forgive myself for judging myself. I forgive myself for judging others. I forgive myself for responding whatever way I responded. That is the beauty of the self-forgiveness. It is a daily practice. Hell, I'm still forgiving myself for things I do in moments when I respond from my ego, when I'm judging myself, when I'm judging others, when I allow those intrusive thoughts to win whenever they do. It's a daily practice. We're spiritual beings having a human experience, and in those human moments that we inevitably have in life, we get to be spiritual. We get to practice self-forgiveness. So you're not alone if you're in that and you're practicing self-forgiveness. And just use those moments to practice the reps of self-forgiveness. The more reps you do, the stronger self-forgiveness you get. But then also, if you take a look at it, those intrusive thoughts are winning less and less and less than they did before, right? So give yourself grace. You're learning how to love yourself, learning how to live life, learning how to step more into your authentic essence of who you are. And in the moments of stepping more into it, you get to practice self-forgiveness in those inevitable human moments like that. I love you, Infinitely Soul fam. Stay connected.